Hello, everyone. I'm Sama Morningstar, and I have with me Clare Galloway. And we're doing a little preview interview for the Womb-Centered Healing Temple's opening summit that's starting on October 31st with the opening ceremony. And it's a collection of womb-centered healing specialists that I have interviewed to start out this online womb-centered healing temple space with all of us coming together in co-creativity. So I'm so excited to have had the opportunity to interview Clare, and I wanted to give you a chance, Clare, to share with folks what is exciting for you, what's inspiring for you about this summit and the Womb-Centered Healing Temple, and why you would want to invite your people to join us for this summit.
Well, as sometimes these magical things happen, it feels so timely. I've been feeling a huge shift in my own work, and actually had a period of illness recently which made me go deep inside and reconnect specifically with my womb and cervix and do some really deep transformative work. And as a result, I've kind of been away in this like really retreat space with myself. And it just feels like, ironically, it's a time of suddenly feeling myself much more connected with the world. And I think a lot of the stuff that I've been exploring in my own work since I began drawing is essentially, it is womb-centered, and it wants to be more obviously womb-centered now, and it wants to, like, all this imagery and all these mark makings I've been doing, and all this introversion and exploration and developing my own unique language. Ultimately, it comes back to being a woman and wanting to be visible in the world and wanting my energy to be interconnected in the world. And again, this just feels like such a timely season for womb work to become much more visible in the world. It feels like women in a lot of different realms are suddenly awakening to their voice, like their throat chakras are opening up. They're speaking from their bellies, they're speaking from their breasts and their hearts and their wombs. And it feels like a time to join in with that and to help guide it as well, because I think there's a lot of chaos at this time in the world, and a lot of lack of understanding of what's really happening. And it might seem like it's a very chaotic time, but actually it's a time where the veils are falling away, and therefore it's the perfect time for women like us to come together and look at the deeper underlying story and what's really going on, which is all about our core and our womb and our ability to create and make in the world. So yeah, there's that. I would really love to know what your feeling is on it too, Sama. Like, what are you feeling you're most excited about your summit about?
Well, I'm just listening to what you were sharing, I was struck by a couple of things. First is this picture, this painting, this drawing in your background. There's this sweeping membrane. I don't know if it's a hand or an energy, like there's a hand over here and then energy that's, it's the water. Okay, creating this womb around the character, and such a wonderful image to have in the background when we're talking about this. And the Womb-Centered Healing Temple is about, for me, really asking my own inner guidance, how to guide me and to speak through me in how to bring this healing work to the world. I've known for a while that this womb-centeredness of the healing work was what I need to bring to the world. But then more recently, I've fired a couple of business coaches that, just wasn't quite aligned, and realized, wait a second, I need to ask my womb how the womb-centered healing needs to happen. And so the themes that have arisen out of this inner question is are about looking at our wombs through the lens of biomysticism. I don't know if I've mentioned that term to you. It's sort of a term that I've coined that, yes, where we look at biology as a map for our physical body, as a map for our emotional body, our spiritual life, how energy flows, how the unseen realms also work. So as we listen to our wombs and dive into the biology of our wombs, our healthy menstruation, right? What do we need to have healthy menstruation? What do we need to have healthy childbirth? Are the same things that we need to have healthy creativity, healthy emotional connection and intimacy with other people and beings in our lives. It's the same things that we need to fully embody spirit or bring inspiration into physical form. These are all things that the womb is an expert at and can guide us in her healthiest, most nourished form. And so a big part of my work is to really nourish that, my own personal womb space, enough that I can feel this overflowing of guidance from within. And how can I support others and design ways of coming together and spaces of coming together, like the womb-centered healing temple, that model that harmonious partnership, that holding, all of these different principles of what the womb is how the womb is guiding us to be, as in the womb creates new life. And this is what we need to be doing right now. We need to shed the old, just like the womb does every month in menstruation, and create something new, build a nest for something new to be gestated and born. And so as we nourish our wombs, we can do that. And as we nourish our womb space, the healing temple, together, we can nourish each other within that to create what we're being called from within to create and birth into the world. So I'm so grateful that you have agreed to participate and join me and join all the other participants, the speakers, the guest speakers, and the participants in this exploration. I really appreciate it.
It's going to be an amazing interweaving. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, me too. And it's just been a delight to share space with you and weave this womb space together.
Likewise. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing what we create together next too. So we will be sharing this video around with our people on social media and maybe other platforms as well. So keep an eye out. We'll have the link to sign up for the free online Womb-Centered Healing Temple Opening Summit. And it's actually pretty simple. It's wombcenteredhealing.com. Very simple. But we'll post the links in the comments so that you can sign up. And we'll see you there starting October 31st. All right. Take good care, and we'll see you soon.